Shop.com, Rodrigo Leite. I am launching here a campaign to clean our Tiete River at São Paulo, beginning by the bus station, which I only know by bus. Few times I went to my uncle's apartment in Sumarezinho there, close to Paulista there. I passed a few times in Tietê, but enough to understand is the most polluted river here in Brazil and maybe the world, unless for chemical products, accidents, these poor countries like after war, maybe poor countries unforgotten after war, maybe be more polluted than our GT only. But this country is forgotten exactly the same we are not gonna have here in Brazil. Maybe Vietnam has a huge town, Hanoi might have grown, has a more polluted river, and maybe it's alright for his dependency, for him waiting for China have passed to gold medalist, and all the learning and logical there are in the world. But exactly this word forgotten, I don't think we should help Brazilian citizens to clean their own mess when United States come to the whole beach here with a light and horrible with to the visitors with horse and prostitution forbidden in Rio and us United States, Chinese emperors, Soviet Union military, all know is more than free, more than free. The cops are virgins, the soldiers uh, intentional wants to step, take advantage of handsome and pretty. And as always, Brazil plays the, the opposite side. Play the last, the honor, I can smoke weed, forget daughters, and go to our house in United States and in my country cannot do that. Okay, just one example that Brazilians are clever enough to think abroad to forbid daughters in his own apartment, to forbid everything in his own apartment, and live abroad, lives on legalizing, lives on wings, Bob Marley, battered right wing, and stayed with the queen by the time, the most cute and handsome by the time, military union don't have to explain anything, okay, and so on. So Brazilian lives forbidden his own dollars and abroad when his marijuana, $1 of beer or so, or in his terrible Pakistanis, only one he make us United States, the high school exchange student. So it's more than motives don't have foreign support, the huge pollution and lasted it passed his limits. They will make a solution, either happiness, either planning. I'm sure planning, they have planning to clean his rivers for more than 50 years, entirely how to clean the rivers, they just don't move. So I think it's something like tight, something like a shape, where São Paulo lives by middle class, by marriage, by schools, by beach houses, by movies, by rock and roll, and unfortunately with the free time, the hanging is forbidden dollars, many pregnancy rates, just the pregnant over here about. A pregnant can explain why did she wants a baby for, but cannot explain why generous in the union have 30 only for love, only for cricket war. They know that's about. I am sure what will happen with our Tiete River, smoke, sound, São Paulo, pregnancy, Rio, addicted. One, the culture of the beach is to smoke 10 cents of a dollar in a vacation afternoon, January, Sunday afternoon. That's the culture of Rio de Janeiro, okay? So I am launching now the pollution. Yes, last serious goal planned here was to broadcast a scandal that happened in our apartment in Rio. I made the scandal, so I was successful in national TV, reaching 20 million citizens in 3.5 minutes of Sushi Leblon fire. 10 o'clock in the morning happened at the suspicion and guilty fire in Sushi Leblon 2 3 months ago. So me, my DA, the shrinks of the addicted, the global co his opponent to the artist, the national broadcasting, the serious and cultural reporters who don't agree of poor Brazil, poor dollars, using cocaine, heavy cattle, racing cars, the very poor Brazil. So the own global broadcasters, the serious reporters who are friend of CNN, a friend of the whole scandals in the world, United Nations, flood, hungriness, and yes, they supported us what we know we can't have from artists, from athletes, from professors. It's just like a kindergarten. We can't have support from an artist. We know he has just a teenage daughter, has two faces, immature, and that happened with serious broadcaster where Global wants to flip this page and turn to a better Brazil. Okay, so we have support from broadcaster, radios, all serious, committed whole life in scandals, in kids treatment, so on. So I am launching our campaign after this broadcasting in national TV, which I know for 30 years I would make an international success. For 30 years I know I would make an international success. Just happened in my life. Thank you. Thanks God. How accompanied me. My dream never let me go. Now I made my most hardly and unadvised career to be a 20 million times 3.5 minutes broadcasted sushi scandal LeBron. And now I still have many of these issue of this subject, I mean, this subject task from the press. The next, it's I'm already starting. It's pollution in our Tiete River, Small São Paulo, pregnancy rates Brazil. To begin, in 3 or 4 years, we plan the same senator vacancy I accomplished and even more power with about 3.16% razor in my successful national TV broadcasting and arts another 50% of the share. And art is coming. I consider news art, but not what happens over here. and arts, I am sure 50% of the other share. Okay, thank you.